Department of Education Superintendent John Fernandez calls Southern High School a facilities challenge. Much of the campus has been off limits for close to a decade, with the gym, pool, and auditorium closed for maintenance reasons.
These are not situations that have just arisen for these students. They walked in the door looking at this facility and understanding that parts of it were off limits, that were broken and unaddressed. And that's their starting point.
Now, 15 years after the $100 million facility opened, close to $7 million in ERA funding will be spent on the campus to finally allow students to utilize the auditorium and gymnasium again. A contract to renovate the Performing Arts Center was signed by the governor last week, and another contract for gym repairs is expected to be finalized soon. Principal James Petit says the work will show students that they are valued.
You know, these kids had not had full access to their campus, and how tragic is it for young people to not be able to play a home game for basketball or volleyball in their gym. And I think that they've done a good job, I mean, sports-wise, but I think with the superintendent here pushing the issue with that gym, these kids are going to see some good changes.
The superintendent emphasizes that management plans need to be discussed now to make sure the problems of the past aren't repeated again at Southern High School.
There are several things that we want to address along the way. One is obviously building in and making sure we have the maintenance issues handled. And that's just, part of it is just general upkeep. Part of it is to address the specific issues that affected these facilities, including the termites, including the HVAC. So all of that has to be addressed now.
Fernandez and Petit both agree that the Performing Arts Center and the gym should be open for community use, and that could be a way to generate revenue for maintenance.
This is a wonderful facility for community involvement, island-wide involvement. I mean, you have a performing arts, a multi-million-dollar one. You can generate revenue. That if somebody had a plan for that, I mean, we can't say what today would have brought, but you know, typhoons. We have a couple of typhoons that knocked off a couple of roofs. Yeah, there was not a maintenance plan that goes along with facilities like this.
In addition to the gym and auditorium repairs, DOE is also working to secure ERA funds for repairs to the 5000 wing at the school, which has been closed for more than 5 years. As for the pool, Fernandez says DOE will have to determine whether it's worth repairing or not.
The pool is going to be difficult to to maintain and upkeep throughout the year, and I guess we were talking about also potential liability issues that might arise. So we need to think through that. It's a more complex project, and then we'll make a decision about how to move forward very shortly.
DOE is at risk of losing ERA dollars if contracts aren't in place by the end of the fiscal year. Fernandez says it looks like most of the contracts will be finalized ahead of the deadline, but he says DOE is prepared to ask for an extension for the contracts that are not ready in time. Betsy Brown, PNC News.